Hi, this is ronMctube. Today on the Hunter Call of the Wild, we're here bringing you the best classes 2 to 6 rifles in the game. I'm going to do a detailed review. I seen someone did a half review yesterday, just shooting animals. We're going to cover the whole lot, shooting range. I'm going to show you why whichever one is the best and prove it by doing this detailed review. So I hope you enjoy it. It takes a lot of effort and time, but I like doing it myself because I like to know which is the best, you know what I mean? And we're going to see that today. So we're going to go to the test range first, then we're going to go out hunting, and I'll just show you exactly why or which is the best class 2 to 6 rifles. So first of all, we have got, let's just find it. We have got the 243, the Ranger 243. That's what we're going to be using first. So as you can see, it weighs 3.5. The accuracy is 78. Recoil 46. Reload speed 49. Hip shot 76. And the magazine size is 5 rounds. So some of this will play a big part in how these rifles perform. The 243 is generally flat. We've also got the Quist Reaper 7.62. That weighs 4, so that's already down on weight. Accuracy 85, recoil 43, reload speed 60, hip shot 55, and magazine rounds of 5. So there's going to be differences between the three. Let me know in the comments which you like the best. And now we've got the new Frost 257. That weighs the least of them all. Look, it weighs 3. So accuracy 35, recoil 75, reload speed 52, hip shot 80, magazine rounds 4. So that's only got 4 rounds. Does that really matter? We'll see when we go out hunting. But like I said, there's little nuances in between each rifle to make them seem like which is the best. You know what I mean? We all have our favourites when you have a rifle. So everyone likes different ones, but we're going to test them out, see how it goes. So first of all, we've got the 243. Let's have a look at this iron sighted and see what you think. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how basically I know that the Reaper is a little stronger than the 243 at distance. So this is a 243. The trusty 243. Nice iron sight on it. We've got the Odin scope on all of the rifles and they're all using polymer tips. Which do you think is going to be the best? This is the Reaper. As you can see, the recoil is a bit more. The iron sight I don't think is as good because it's too close. And the drop on the Reaper is quite a lot. Now we've got the Frost 257. Now the iron sight, I'm not sure on that. Do you like the iron sight? It's pretty alright. It's different to the other two. But the recoil is not as bad as the Reaper. So it'll be interesting to see at distance how these all perform. And this is how we're going to test it out. We're going to do from 50 meters up to like 200 meters with iron sights. Then we're going to go on from 200 meters with sights on. And we'll see how easy they are. So first of all, the 243 iron sighted. So no problem at 50 meters for the 243 iron sighted, as you'd expect. Now we'll do the Reaper. No problem with that, as you'd expect. Now the Frost 257. Nothing wrong with that really. It's not a 10, but it's literally there. There you go. Some of this is going to be down to my aiming. But as you can see, they're all fine at 50. We'll do 100 now. So 243 at 100. So nothing really wrong with that 100. With the 243. Now the Reaper. There you go. That's fine. Now it's Frost 257. There you go. So 100 meters are all fine iron sighted. Do 150. We're sort of getting to the limit of where you'd use iron sights really. Some people wouldn't even shoot this far, but 243. That was me. Bad shot. Right. Pretty decent. So there you go, even at 150 meters, the 243 is pretty nice, iron sighted. Reaper. So as you can see, we're sort of getting to where you wouldn't fire at a trophy animal really more than like about 200 meters with iron sights. And there's the Frost 257 straight on the bullet. Right, should we try 200? We'll try 200, but like I say, this is a max I'd have a shot at. I'm not saying everyone else would, but I'm just showing you iron sighted what they can do. Not bad for the 243. So they'd all be kill shots if he was going like broadside on at 200 meters. Now the Reaper. Not bad. But there was a bit of drop. Got to allow for that with the Reaper. And a Frost. The Frost is definitely easier to use the 257. Recoil wise compared to the Reaper. Look at the spacing. So yeah, 200 meters, there you go, iron sighted. We'll do 200 meters now with the scopes on. Now we'll start seeing, as we go up the distances, the drop and the differences in how they handle if you need to take long range shots. And to me that's quite a big difference in which weapon gets chosen. There's a 243. Very flat, super simple. Now I've got a Reaper. So there is actually a little drop on this. It's very close, but there's a little drop on the Reaper compared to the 243, which is flat. And the Frost 257 is literally the same as a 243 recoil wise. It's not much difference in it. So that's interesting. And as we get to the distances, you'll see that. But yeah, we're using the Odin on all of these weapons. What should we do now? We'll go to 300, I think. So now we will start to see the differences in drop, which is quite an important part, especially if you shoot at like 300 meters or more. So 243 first. So that's quite easy to dial in. Took 4 shots, but it was flat. Here's a Reaper. As you can see, there is more drop on this, but we got in 3 shots, but the drop is more on the Reaper, so you have to practice a bit. Frost 257. And as you can see, this is literally the same recoil wise drop as the 243. It's not a perfect 10, but you can see the drop isn't as much as the Reaper. It's similar to a 243. Right, let's go into 400 meters. Now this will make a big difference when we go out hunting and we're doing long range shooting, so I want to see how powerful they are. Right, 243 at 400 meters. So pretty easy. Quist Reaper, 400 meters. So you definitely have to concentrate more at long distance with the Reaper over the other two. Now here's the Frost 257. That is definitely easier to manage at distance. Right, on to the final one, 500 meters. And let's see which is the better one at distance. So, 243 first. So even at 500 meters, the 243 is quite easy to shoot. Quist Reaper at 500 meters. Now look at the drop on this. It is a heavier bullet. You'd expect this realistic. But yeah, not too bad. But the drop is a lot more. So like I say, you've got to come to the range and practice with this if you want to do long distance shooting, compared to the other two, which are pretty easy to dial in. Now the Frost 257, 500 meters, the final one. Say no more. Say no more. You've just seen it unedited, all in a row. Say no more. I think this is the new long distance king of the best of the classes 2 to 6 rifles. So now we're going to take it out hunting and we're going to see. It's alright being good at the range. What's it like hunting with? Now we're going to learn which is the best of the classes 2 to 6 rifles. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go hunting for whitetails at Rancho del Arroyo. They're classes 4, right in the middle. 2 to 6 on the rifles, so we'll go for whitetails. I'm going to go for 300 meter shots on all three. See what they do. See how far the animals run, which is really important. Quick kill. See how we go. So we've got the 243 first. I'll get them as close to 300 meters as I can. So here goes the 243. How will it do? Nice broadside shot. We got a vital. There we go. We have got a lung at least, I think. But it's running. So it's going to run a little way. What we'll do is we'll measure with a marker from where the vital is to how far it runs. And we'll see what the quick kill is like with the 243 at distance. It wasn't a hard shot to make. Pretty easy. Like I say, that's why the shooting range is really important. Go try the shooting range if you get a new weapon and just dial it in before you go hunting. You don't want to mess up a trophy, and it really does help. Right, so here's a vital. We've just marked it. So I marked it as close as possible It's going to be a couple of meters out, but you'll see the difference with these guns from this. So there's the vital. Should be a lung at least. Let's go find our whitetail and see how far away it is from where we shot it with the 243. Now this is really going to lead to show you, just prove the differences. This is why some people don't do all this. It takes a long time to do all this. Like I say, someone did a half-assed review I've seen already, and they just shot a couple of animals and that. They didn't really prove anything. Just went out and shot a couple of animals. I'm going to show you, prove to you the differences. I do like to do it, but it takes time to make this, obviously. But at least you know then, and you can make up your own decisions based on what you see. Right, so here we go. There's our whitetail. So it's ran quite a far away, actually. 300 metre shot, 243, and did we get a lung? 171 metres from where we shot it. And it was a lung. It was a single lung shot. So there you go. So that's a 243. Clean lung shot. 171 metres it ran from the vital hit. So will the Quist Reaper do any better? It should do, because last time I tested these, I did the 243 versus the Quist Reaper. The Quist Reaper did come out on top over the 243 at distance. The 243 has a better, flatter shooting recoil though over it. So it's just like, do you want the recoil versus the power? That's what it comes down to. Right, time for the Reaper. So I've just seen a whitetail, which we might be able to get a broadside on at 300 metres. Hopefully it stays still. This is the thing that takes the time, getting these shots exactly on the distance, and then the animals actually staying where they are, and they often move. But I want to try and get a broadside on it, so we'll just move down here a little bit, then we'll take the shot. Rancho del Arroyo was such a great whitetail deer place. I wish they never changed it. It was the best. I do like coming back here hunting. Right, that will do. We'll get a nice broadside from that. Get it to about 300 metres again. And then hopefully we hit the shot with the Quist Reaper. So 300 metres again. Here we go. Bit more bullet drop on this. Like I say, you have to pay more attention when using this rifle over the 243 and the Frost 257. But as you can see, that's already dead. And that will be a single lung as well. So we'll go over and collect it, have a look. But you can already tell that's not run as far as the 243 shot. So I've marked it just so you can see the differences. And you can already see the body in front of me, so it's run literally nowhere. So you can already see that the Quist Reaper 7.62 is more powerful than the 243 at distance, especially, or just for knocking animals down. But it has got more sort of recoil, and it's harder to manage, and it's got drop compared to the 243. So let's collect this. So there's the distance. So as you can see, single lung, about the same distance, as close as I can get it. But it'll be interesting to see how the Frost 257 does. And I haven't done this before, so I'm going to be like the first to see it myself as well. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to do it, because I want to know which is the best class 2-6 rifle. Is it the Quist Reaper? Is it the 243? Is it the new Frost 257? We're going to do the 257 now. How will it do? It's obviously got less recoil than the Quist Reaper. Has it got the same knockdown power? Right. Frost 257 time. Who is the king? The best 2-6 class rifle? We're going to find out right now on this next shot. Who would it be? So here we go. Found an awkward shot, but 300 meters on a whitetail. Frost 257. Here we go. How far is it going to run? It's already dead. That is quicker than the Quist Reaper. So it looks like the Frost 257 is the new king of the class's 2-6 rifles. It shoots flatter than the Reaper. I know the Reaper is more powerful than the 243, but the 243 is flatter shooting than the Reaper. So you've got lots of options really in this range. If you don't own the DLCs, the 243 is amazing. It's still one of the best rifles. If you own DLCs, the Reaper has now just been made second best over the Frost 257. But it's still good. It's still better than the 243 for knockdown power. But it's just, if you like flat shooting rifles and you just want to take a quick shot, the 243 is slightly better. So it's a toss-up between recoil and just knockdown power. The quick kill ability, the Frost 257 wins. Simple. And it's flatter than the Reaper. So this is the best of the class's 2-6 rifles. It's just that simple. So they've done it well. The only thing is, it's got 4 rounds, but does that really matter? You lose 1 round, how many animals are you going to be shooting at the same time? So that's up to you. Let me know in the comments what you think. But look, this is where, do we need to mark it? But this is where we shot it. And it's around literally feet. So, there you go. We've done a detailed review of the best classes 2-6 rifles with the Ranger 243, the Quist Reaper 762, and the new Frost 257. And the 257 to me is the new king. It's got better recoil control, knocks animals down quicker, all ranges than the Quist Reaper. So yeah, to me that is the new king. Let me know what you think in the comments. I like to do these reviews. They take quite a while to put together, but it's worth it, and I hope you enjoy it. If you want to see any other rifles compared, I'm happy to do that for the Hunter Call of Wild or any other content. I love doing it. So I'm ronMctube. We've been comparing, doing a best class rifle for 2-6 review. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.